My name is Barry Allen, and I'm an innocent man. I'm being framed for something that I didn't do.
He stood among us, a wolf in sheep's clothing.
You're gonna plant evidence?
It's the right thing to do, Ralph. Just open the door, I'll do the rest.
If I testify, I have to lie. I become exactly who they think I am.
Then don't lie. Tell everyone you're the Flash.
If everyone knew my secret, we would never be able to stop running. You guys ready?
I was born ready.
Okay, let's suit up.
Getting back to work is hard work.
When you said suit up, you meant like right now?
Yes, now. We've been suiting up for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Hey everybody, surprise, surprise, all kinds of new footage dropping for The Flash, everything else, so be sure to subscribe if you're just finding me for the first time. I'll do Flash Ring giveaway stuff at the end of this too. But there's some funny stuff in this, and then there's some really serious stuff because of the trial of the Flash. Legitimately serious thing going on. Now we know how Team Flash initially plans to beat the Thinker, fight fire with fire. You plant evidence, we'll plant evidence. But I think it's pretty safe to say that they're not going to turn Joe into a hardened criminal after trying to get Ralph Dibny to stop being such a douchebag. Like, the whole thing that Barry got him kicked off the force for was planting evidence, and Joe is literally doing it again here.
A woman named Judy Giblin was stabbed to death. Her husband, Reagan, was the prime suspect. But there was no evidence, nothing to tie him to the crime scene. And then Dibny miraculously found a knife with the husband's fingerprints. Case closed. Dibny was a hero. I don't know, maybe because my mom was stabbed, I wanted to be sure. So I analyzed the knife. The serrations on the blade did not match the wound on the Vic.
So Dibny planted the knife.
Yep. And then he lied about it, under oath.
So remember, one of the future episode titles for the rest of the season is called The Elongated Night Rises, like The Dark Knight Rises. This little subplot here with Joe and him sounds like it's just going to be more of him learning to be a superhero. So there's a big question about the timeline because they took him into custody. He'd be in county lockup before he goes to trial, before they send him to Iron Heights prison. So prison is like the super serious part of this. Like, you really only go there once you're convicted for a crime. Normally he would just sit inside the police station's holding cell while he's waiting for trial, but they might change that a little bit for the TV show. But if he's out on the sidewalk here in his Flash costume, it means at some point he breaks the law so that he can go save someone. So maybe they're doing a version of that for all the storylines, like, oh, I have to break the law in order to do the right thing. I have to do the wrong thing to do the right thing. So that would definitely sync up with Joe breaking the law by planting evidence in order to get Barry off. But bringing it back around to Elongated Man at the beginning of the season, if you flash back 4 or 5 years, if it was so important to Barry's morals that you not do the wrong thing, even if it led to something really good, I think we can assume that they're going to have a moment in the episode where they're like, oh, we have to do this the right way, above board, otherwise we're no better than the criminals. The real question is how long is the trial going to go on, and how are they going to beat it? Because what might end up happening is they'll just find some way to prove that the knife was planted, or there'll be a mistrial that's declared and it'll be postponed, but they might not completely resolve things even if they get him off temporarily. Like, even if they prove the evidence was planted, I don't think that they're going to prove that the Thinker himself had something to do with it, because things like that usually happen before the big reveals, like, oh my god, Hunter Zolomon is Zoom, or Savitar is Evil Barry, and then, like, a couple episodes after that, you have your finale, right before the big final battle. Like, for most of the back half of the season, the villain still has the upper hand, so I don't think, whatever they do to beat this, it's going to have anything to do with throwing the Thinker under the bus. But remember that video I posted last night about that mystery girl at Barry's wedding? She's coming back soon. She could have something to do with the next couple of episodes, but we talked about the episode titles in the 2-part episode that they filmed before they went on break for Christmas. So if you want to go back and read about this in the comics, they're doing a lot of Easter eggs, but the circumstances of the trial and the people that are involved, the villain that's involved, is very different. It was a Reverse Flash thing in the comics, and it was right before Crisis on Infinite Earths. So it'll be fun to see what they tee up for the rest of the season, because remember, the stuff that happens during episode 10 will set up the things that they'll pay off later this season. And this is the back half, which means it's really mythology heavy, so it's going to get crazier and crazier, faster and faster. So if you weren't really happy with the first half of the season, the second half of the season is probably going to be more your speed to make as many Flash puns as possible. A lot of you have also been asking about Goldberg coming to the show because it hasn't been revealed exactly who he's playing, but he did say himself that the reason why he wanted to come on The Flash is because his children were such big fans of the show. That's the new way you get those bigger actors, but we have Cody Rhodes on Arrow, who's a character in the Arrowverse now. We had Edge, who played Atom Smasher back during season 2, probably closer to what you'll see from the Goldberg character. Whoever he ends up playing, he'll be a metahuman, and he's probably going to wind up being one of the bus metas. But here's the thing too, Barry is getting ready to go to prison. Remember, all of the bus metas that have been locked up so far are in the same wing of Iron Heights. So he might wind up being locked up with those people, and we might get to see what's going on with this creepy looking warden, who's actually the warden from the comics. If you've been reading the recent Flash comics, they've had this arc where Barry is working at Iron Heights prison, so he becomes a much bigger character. So we'll see where they take that. But just remember, we haven't really checked in with the bus metas in a while.
So good luck, gentlemen. I think Central City's about to have its hands full.
Thank you for letting us see the prisoner, Warden Wolf.
Well, my pleasure. Did you get what you needed? You think so? Well, not to worry. The so-called Kilgore isn't going anywhere. We'll take good care of him.
But what's going to happen next is they just dropped some new Black Panther footage, so I'll do a video for that. I'm still working on a Black Mirror video. I wasn't expecting all this new footage to drop, so I'll just try to get that stuff out as fast as possible. There's also a Slender Man trailer that's supposed to drop soon, so I'll do a video for that. There's actually a bunch of stuff coming. Like, it's the beginning of the year, so everybody's like, hell yeah, let's dump all our footage. There's a new round of that Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and just share the video using any of these YouTube tools on the watch page. Congratulations to the winner from my last video, Sheehan. Please private message me so I can get your contact details. Click here to learn all about Mystery Girl coming back to the TV show this season, and click here for brand new Black Panther. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.